Okay, so following on from the overnight analysis, we have a scenario where gold has indeed given us a parabolic day so far. The move may have already been done in London, but we have taken the previous week's value area highs and we've come up towards the switch level we talked about, Thursday's highs. Um, the price is also trading around the value area low from the fixed Globex range from Friday, acting as resistance at the moment. We've got a rejection from their firm, and what we may find is this trickles lower, closes for the day, um, potentially back inside of London's range, sideways, or we fake out low and come back up for a continuation, which is what I've got my alarm set for a breakout of the London highs and to take it long, targeting the prior day's Globex point of control, which is a 200% range expansion so far, or thereabouts, of so far of the Wall Street opening range. We've got 15 minutes left to go with that, but so far we've got the high and prospects of a breakout. So, quick update then. Gold is selling off, um, 10 a.m. Not interested in taking that short. Looking for a bullish correction to the upside, and then with WTI, a bit too much resistance, I would argue, on the TPO, and therefore instead looking for the continuation of the breakdown. But we've got this fake out low of last week's lows and Friday's lows, but a pump and dump scenario opens up the yearly low at 5529 and a 200% range expansion of the box. Looking at the NAS here, quite compelling. Exploding there out of the box. Inside day setup, looking for the long, but we've got the previous week's to last week's range, the highs as a target. Just a bit concerned about the potential resistance all through the point of control of last week. Aligning point of controls Friday and Thursday. Not sure if that's a bit of a barrier. And this could be 1, 2, 3 correction before the real move. So just not too eager to get on it straight away. We do have this bullish switch bar in the open, prospects for continuation. It's a 1-star quality. We've already got 3 levels, 3 sessions of rise. 1, 2, 3. We might have already seen the extent of the blow off before the pullback straight into that high volume node I just talked about. So not too eager on that unless we get a pullback and then really something very bullish to take it through. Gold, on the other hand, is starting to look pretty tasty. Nice switch bar, fake out low. This is what we were talking about earlier. I'd like to see a bit more consolidation and a nice clean EMA cross up. But it does look compelling on that 15-minute close. So a bit tricky on gold at the moment, just holding fire, being patient. The 30-minute chart is interesting. We've got several minutes until the close of this potentially bullish switch bar with a close outside of the London highs. we could get in on that. Still, I'd want to see a pullback 5-minute fake out low, so maybe a 10:45, 11 a.m. trade. So we've got this bullish switch bar, 5 minutes now to go. We've had that 5-minute close. I'd like to see, well, we need to see this 5-minute close above the London highs, and then it will be a matter of being patient and waiting to see if we get a pullback within the next 15 minutes into 11 a.m. to continue higher in suit of the bullish switch bar close, and then a continuation within the next 30 minutes out. So NAS has taken off towards that resistance. I say taken off, it's edging its way out. Switch bar continuation. S&P is smashing through the previous week's value area low, but into a high volume node on this month's chart. Volume area, TPO monthly.
Shortly expecting Bank of Canada's business outlook.
Prospects of a move
Voice
to
news
test.
disconnected.
Prospects to test the point control there. If we get above last week's highs, .30 seconds to go on this gold I'm looking at as well. Previous month, POC. Don't have you for some reason. Where is it? There we go. All right, got to deal with this gold right this second. All right, so keep an eye on that.
Quarter, expectations for growth in domestic and export sales remain soft amid trade tensions.
Looking at the Dow here, looking quite nice. Nice coil breakout of the value area high from overnight. Yesterday's value area, Friday. We're inside Monday all-day runner to test the previous week's highs. Just a bit cautious ahead of this resistance from midweek last week. A high volume node. Not going to put too much significance on it, but I would like to see a break of it. I'd like to see a break, pullback, fake out low continuation. Just set an alarm there for a close above it on a 5-minute basis. So we're crossing through it. See if we get a close above it and then an entry. 5-minute fake out low. Now's coming up to test that previous week POC. S&P there making its move through that range. Low volume nodes up into previous month's POC. Probably missed the boat on that one. It's all a bit too creepy around the previous week's highs. Not much scope for a trade in that, unless, of course, it soars. Right, so we've got a strong move close outside of that level, which is encouraging on the Dow. Right, focusing on gold. Right, we're in on gold. Thesis is that we've got the 5 minute switch bar fake out low we were looking for. We've come off from the 10 EMA, didn't quite get the cross I was looking for. Heading up towards Globex previous day POC 100. It's a 200% range expansion of the box, so just be cautious of that. Pretty wide target through the 100% range expansion. Parabolic day setup, very wide range in London. Again, that's a bit concerning as per how far this can rally. 3-star quality setup, 3-star quality setup, Trend Predator Pro. I am pretty cautious, however, at the previous day switch level. In hindsight, I'm thinking I would have been prudent to have seen this candle here close above it. It's an inside day bar that closed below it, but we're breaking out. Whether we can sustain that, I don't know. That's a bit of a nuisance. Yeah, I've actually just closed that at a slight loss. I'm too concerned about that level. Should have waited for the close above it. Schoolboy error. So in on this, 11 a.m. new timing rotation. Either it will or it won't. What we did get was a 15-minute close. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, 15-minute close above the switch level, which is encouraging. Going nicely. So pretty nasty fake out high, but nevertheless still in breakout. So let's see if this has juice. Okay, wrapping up for the day, but you get the picture. So this video combined with yesterday's top-down analysis, today was the bottom-up analysis, and hopefully it has all made sense. We can reflect a little bit. In hindsight, a lovely entry would have been at 10 a.m. with the fake out low switch bar, the blue bar, back inside of the opening range. But that's a risky entry. You're still in a downtrend on the day, on the session. But it's a typical sort of looking pattern, impulse correction continuation. So that's in anticipation. That's a pretty brave move, very aggressive. The slightly less aggressive move would have been 10-15 off the bat, or rolling through the New York highs. Confident that this here is going to continue. And then over here, we had the switch bar risk we talked about. But all of this in here was a lovely congestion. That candle there should have stuck with that, really. I just got shaken out because of the wicks. But then the second entry was good to go, and potentially running towards the target that we had at the previous day's
Trump
POC.
says we are talking about taking AUKUS to the next